It is 0 hour 30, Universal Time. I'm Jim Tedder in Washington. Bomb attacks in Iraq have killed at least 15 people, and police have found the bodies of 42 murdered men in Baghdad. The bombs exploded in the Adamiyah and Wazariya areas around Baghdad and in the Shiite city Karbala. 3 Iraqi police officers were killed near Mosul by a bomb explosion. A United States Marine died from wounds he received in a clash in Al-Anbar province. 1 man was killed and 2 others were injured in Baghdad when a bomb they were building exploded. In southern Iraq, officials ended a curfew in the city of Basra. On Saturday, Shiites clashed with British troops who were trying to recover a crashed helicopter. Iran says any action against its nuclear program by the United Nations would be illegal and would lead to conflict. The warning came from the Iranian Foreign Ministry. Iranian lawmakers also said they will demand a study of the part of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty that permits members to quit. The treaty language says any nation can withdraw if extremely unusual events threaten its interests. North Korea withdrew from the nuclear treaty in 2003. President Bush says Iran must see that the free world is united in saying it must not have a nuclear weapon. He also said diplomatic efforts on the issue are just beginning. Mr. Bush spoke on Germany's ARD television after German Chancellor Angela Merkel visited Washington. Mr. Bush said he is serious about decreasing the United States' need for imported oil, and he said that scientists are close to success in building a battery that will let vehicles go as far as 64 kilometers without using gasoline. Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan has made a rare visit to the mainly Kurdish part of southeastern Turkey. Mr. Erdogan spoke to a political conference in Diyarbakir. He said his government wants to improve conditions in the poor area so it is equal with other parts of Turkey. Kurds in Turkey began a campaign for independence in 1984. More than 30,000 people have been killed since then. The violence has increased recently between Turkish forces and the banned Kurdistan Workers' Party. The rebels are believed to be operating from bases in northern Iraq. A South African court is expected to announce a decision soon in the case of former South African Deputy President Jacob Zuma. He is accused of sexually attacking a 31-year-old woman who was a friend of his family. The woman is infected with HIV. Mr. Zuma denies the charge. South African media will broadcast the court decision live on Monday. Earlier, Mr. Zuma attended a musical show in Johannesburg and thanked supporters for their help. The money earned from the show went to help pay for his legal defense. You are listening to the news in VOA Special English. The head of the United States House Intelligence Committee says he would oppose the nomination of an Air Force officer to lead the Central Intelligence Agency. CIA Director Porter Goss resigned Friday. Lawmaker Pete Hoekstra is a member of President Bush's Republican Party. He spoke on television about unofficial reports from the Bush administration that General Michael Hayden may be nominated to lead the spy agency. He said a military official should not be in charge of a civilian agency. Senator Dianne Feinstein and Senator Saxby Chambliss also expressed concerns about General Hayden on television broadcasts. General Hayden is a former director of the National Security Agency. He is now a deputy director of national intelligence. Sri Lankan military officials have ordered a curfew in the northern Jaffna area. On Monday, demonstrators plan to protest deaths caused by security forces on Friday. The army says those killed were Tamil Tiger rebels who tried to attack a military security area. The rebels say those killed were civilians. Also in Sri Lanka, a Japanese diplomat has started talks with the government to try to save its ceasefire agreement with the Tamil Tiger rebels. Yasushi Akashi has met with the top Sri Lankan peace negotiator and will meet with President Mahinda Rajapaksa on Monday. A Tamil spokesman said the Japanese diplomat will meet with rebel political leader S.P. Thamizselvan on Tuesday. Indonesian doctors have operated on former President Suharto to stop bleeding in his body. Medical officials in Jakarta said the surgery was necessary after a medical test found the bleeding in the former president's intestines. The 84-year-old Suharto ruled Indonesia for more than 30 years. A civilian rebellion forced him to resign in 1998. Health problems have stopped him from facing trial on charges of official financial wrongdoing. Pakistani weather experts say the country is possibly facing the effects of a severe lack of rain. Pakistan's meteorological agency says very little rain is expected in the next 2 months. The chief of the weather agency told reporters in Islamabad that dry conditions already exist in Baluchistan province. Qamar-uz-Zaman Chowdhury said those conditions are likely to spread. He said Pakistan had less rain and snow than usual last winter. He asked water agencies to use water with care. In nearby India, the weather agency says to expect a below-normal rainy season. Monsoon rains take place from June to September. The rains are important to the agricultural economy, but they also cause floods that kill hundreds of people and leave thousands homeless. Briefly, here again is the major news of the hour. Bomb attacks in Iraq have killed at least 15 people, and police have found the bodies of 42 murdered men in Baghdad. Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan has made a rare visit to the mainly Kurdish part of southeastern Turkey. And Iran says any action against its nuclear program by the United Nations would be illegal and could lead to conflict. And that's the news in VOA Special English. From Washington, Jim Tedder reporting.